Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be ranking all of the newest palettes I have tried from worst to best. This is my second installment this year of this video, and today I have 14 new palettes to rank from worst to best. As always, I have done videos with every single one of these palettes. I've created looks with them. You can find every single one of these palettes being used on videos I've uploaded here to my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in any of these specifically, definitely check out those videos. If you're interested in purchasing any of these palettes, I have all of the links for you down below in the description box of this video. So check out the links and the discount codes down there. For a lot of these brands, I have 10 and 15% off discount codes and whatnot. We're lacking some Natasha Denona. I'm seeing Natasha Denona hasn't launched a palette recently because I don't have any of her palettes in these 14, but I have a lot of really fantastic palettes that have come out from some of my favorite brands. So let's go ahead and get started, because even though I have to rank them from worst to best, I honestly kind of like them all, but I'll tell you why I rank them the way I rank them. Keep in mind, I'm ranking them on my level of excitement for them and how much I see myself using them. So you know, take the ranking with a grain of salt. My least favorite palette I've tried recently from these 14 is from Nomad Cosmetics. It is this one right here, the Nomad Cosmetics Route 66 palette, which is a palette I liked, okay? I liked it. I liked all of the palettes I'm going to talk about today, but I had to rank them. So the reason I'm putting this one last is simply because I feel like I'm not going to be reaching much for the warm shades. Some of the shimmers here seem to look a little random. If you look at the palette half and half, you can see how like this blue goes well with the greens, I guess, but like that blue feels a little out of place. I'm not a huge fan of super warm orangey eyeshadows, and it's a large palette, which in this case makes it a bit less convenient when it comes to traveling and whatnot. So I guess that's why it's number 14. But with that said, I can see myself creating beautiful looks with this palette, and Nomad has really good formulas. Years ago, Nomad Cosmetics palettes were a little hit and miss for me, but lately it's been banger after banger, and especially when it comes to the formula is very consistent now. So even though, again, this is my number 14, you can find some stunning looking shimmers in here, very pigmented shiny shadows to create looks with, and their mattes have become incredibly soft and blendable. So if you like this color story, I do recommend it. But in today's case, for me, because I have to rank them, this is palette number 14. At number 13, a palette I just reviewed last week, and that is the Summer Alva palette from Odin's Eye Cosmetics. This is brand new. This just launched. This whole Alva collection is in this ranking, so you'll see a lot of it as we go. This one is, I would say, my least favorite of the 4 Alva palettes because I'm just not the biggest fan of blue eyeshadow. With that said, I feel like if I go for blues, this would likely be the types of blues I would go for, because they're kind of toned down grayish looking blues, in especially these mattes right here, and they go really well with the blue pops of colors that you could combine them with. So not hating on it, because I love the palette and it's got some really beautiful duochrome shades. It's got some fantastic shimmers, but I just don't see myself reaching for this color story in particular as much as some of the other ones we'll talk about today. Take a look at how incredible those shimmering shades are, and if you are a fan of blue eyeshadow, you're absolutely going to love this. But once again, simply because blue is just not my favorite shade to reach for, this right here is palette number 13. With that said, it's got some incredible formulas. The mattes are soft and pigmented and buttery, and you already saw the shimmers. I like that they included some more neutral shades in here as well. Check the mattes out right here. A stunning palette truly, but if I have to rank them, I just don't reach for blues that much. This next palette is beautiful. It is wonderful and it's got incredible quality. I don't even know why I put it as my number 12 palette. I do know, I'll explain it, but I feel like it could be so much higher. Anyways, I'm talking about the Sigma Beauty Spectrum palette, which is a stunning palette, and it is an all natural palette. I feel like because I would use these shades so much, it should go further up in my ranking. But the reason, and this is a very silly reason, I'm not as excited for this palette as some of the other ones that are in front of it, is the fact that it is a very big palette with a lot of shades that could be considered repetitive. If this palette was 2 rows, like right there, just 2 rows, I feel like I would be more inclined to put it further up in my ranking because it's smaller, so it's more convenient, and you still have the beautiful mattes and you have the stunning shimmer shades, which I'll swatch some for you in a second. But there's a lot of repetitiveness in this palette, and so even though I love the color story and I can see myself wearing these shades a lot, the fact that it's like a very big palette with a lot of matte shades that look very similar to one another, it just could have been a little smaller, I guess. Whatever. Let me shut up and show you some of these stunning shimmer shades that this palette has, because it does have some incredible shimmers. And I like that some of the shimmers are a lot sparklier than others, so you can have more toned down business-like everyday looks, or you can have very party-like glittery shadows on your eyelids. And of course, the mattes are incredible. They're blendable, they're pigmented, they're natural looking. Honestly, beautiful, but I just wish there were less of them. Remember, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you my reasons why it is number 12 as opposed to number 1. At number 11, we have another Alva palette, and that is this one right here, the Alva Winter palette, which is a surprise because I love purple eyeshadows, okay? You guys often see me professing my love for purple eyeshadow here on my channel, and this seems to be a beautiful purple palette. However, once you open it, it's not as purple as you may initially think it is. It is a stunning palette, don't get me wrong, and it does have some beautiful purple shades, but it also has some teals right here. It's got this random reddish shade, this very intense fuchsia, and so that kind of takes away from my purple color story. With that said, it has some incredible multi-sparkle shimmer shades. It's got beautiful duochromes. This light gold down here, to die for. I love it. This light purple. These incredible metallic foiled shimmers are spectacular. And then we also have these very pigmented, very blendable, creamy mattes. I'm sorry if you hear my daughter in the background. She is having fun downstairs. So take a look right here at the stunning shades you can find in a color story like this one. But I think just because it has some shades in it that seem a little random to me, this one is number, what, 12? 11, number 11. And this brings us to my top 10 out of the 14 palettes that I have to rank today. And at number 10, I have a luxury quad, and that is this Couture mini clutch right here from YSL Beauty in the shade 720. This is a newer color story for their line of mini clutches, and this right here is what it looks like. As you can see, it is a stunning 4-shade color story, 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. Every single color works cohesively to create the types of looks that I love, okay? I could tell you this look was kind of made with this palette. It's very similar to the look that you would get with this palette, and this is my favorite type of look to go for. So even though it's a small luxury palette, it definitely gives what it has to give. It definitely accomplishes its mission. I really love the super soft blendable matte formula that YSL has created for these little quads. The shimmers I feel could be improved a bit. This one up here in particular, that formula, I feel like looks a little messy sometimes. Take a look right here at the 4 shades swatched. It's ethereal and beautiful. The mattes have superior quality. I fell in love with the mattes of this palette with their, it was like a spring limited edition one that I'm gonna put a picture up here. That one, the mattes, so soft. The mattes on this one, so soft and beautiful. If you guys are into luxury beauty and you're looking to find quads or quints from luxury brands that aren't just beautiful to have and to carry around, but that also have incredible quality, I highly recommend the YSL quads, because Dior and Chanel just don't have this quality of eyeshadow within their palettes, in my opinion. Anyways, this right here is number 10. I really love it, and I don't really have many complaints, except the fact that, of course, this is going to be a pricey item, and also that some of the shimmers can sometimes apply a little messy, in my opinion. At number 9, I have another luxury item, and one that probably might surprise you. It's kind of in the middle of the range this time around, because this brand used to always be my number 1, but this palette just didn't do it for me. And I'm talking about Pat McGrath. I'm talking about Pat McGrath Mothership number 12, the Petal Morphosis palette. I got the limited edition purple one, which I maybe kind of regret. I think I would have preferred the black one, but anyways, that's besides the point. Here's the thing about this one. I don't love how these specific shades of green combined with these specific mauve and peachy matte shades. They don't look cohesive to me. They don't look like colors that go well together. That is one of the main, see, like these all seem like random products to pair together in a palette. That's my main complaint. This green is beautiful, by the way, this matte green shade, it's stunning, but I don't feel like it combines with the other mattes in the palette either. It simply doesn't feel like a very cohesive palette to me. Besides that, there's truly no special shades in this one, maybe besides this one color here, which is my favorite from the palette because it's nice and light and ethereal and beautiful. It overall is just not a color story that I truly loved. The quality is good. The matte eyeshadows have incredible, beautiful formulas, but I truly haven't even reached for it since it launched. The color story seems a bit random to me, and it doesn't inspire me to create eyeshadow looks. So for all of those reasons, even though this has incredible quality, is a brand that I love, the formulas are beautiful, etc, etc. For all of those reasons, it's not even in my top 5 this time around. It's palette number 9 today. By the way, out of all of the brands I've mentioned, I have discount codes with quite a few of them. Nomad Cosmetics, the code is Patty10. Odin's Eyes, the code is Patty10. With Sigma Beauty, the code I believe is PATRICIAALONSO. Glaminatrix, which we have one coming up, code is Patty10, and Adept Cosmetics, which we also have one coming up, code is Patty10. So make sure to save some money if you end up purchasing any of these palettes. Let's move on to palette number 8, and that one is the one from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This is the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nearly Natural palette, which is a new version of a palette that they already had and discontinued, and it truly is a stunning color story. Check it out right here. It's a larger palette, but it has a really good variety of shades to it. The mattes from Glaminatrix are absolutely stunning. They're creamy, they're pigmented, they're blendable. They just are incredible in my opinion. But my favorite thing from the brand have got to be the beautiful ethereal shimmers that are super attention grabbing. Let me show you some. I feel like from this one on, I really have nothing to complain about when it comes to the palettes I'm about to show you. It's just a matter of preference. So take a look at some of the shimmers from this Glaminatrix palette right here, how beautiful and ethereal they are. They have this formula down, okay? These not only swatch beautifully like on the fingers, but take a look at the swatches on the skin right there. It's pigmented, it's frosty, it's beautiful, it's creamy. I absolutely love the shimmers from Glaminatrix, and this palette has a fantastic color story. You can go very natural with it, with, you know, your hint of sparkle on the eyelids, or you can have some fun with a couple of greens, with the burgundy shade, with the very intense dark matte black shade down here. This shimmer is also stunning. Anyways, really love this Glaminatrix Cosmetics palette right here. Highly recommend it if you're interested, but this turned out to be number 8 today. 7 down, 7 to go. Let's move on to number 7, which is also from Nomad Cosmetics, and it is a very enchanting palette. This right here is the Nomad Cosmetics Fairy Tale Europe palette. See how the packaging is beautiful and iridescent and colorful and dreamy? Well, so is the inside of this palette. Take a look right here at the stunning color story. First of all, you have all of the mattes you'll need down here, all of the very beautiful natural looking mattes that you can create a stunning smoky crease with. And then up here you get your beautiful pops of color with stunning shimmering duochrome shades. You can combine your colors, or you can keep it simple by just picking one of these shimmers and putting it all over your eyelids with these matte shades on the crease. And every time you'll get a look that you love, I promise you that. Nomad's mattes have improved so much, and they're creamy and blendable and pigmented and just fantastic. And then the shimmers in this one, I just really love the shades they chose for these shimmers. It truly feels like a very magical palette to me. Take a look right here at this color. It is a stunning iridescent shimmer. The camera is absolutely not doing it justice. I see yellow and pink and green multi-chromy particles in there. It's a beautiful palette. I also really love the Sleeping Beauty shade. I love Prince Charming up here, First Kiss, Love Story. Check out how stunning those duochrome colors look right there. They truly look magical on the eyelid, and they combine beautifully with the mattes they included in this palette. I love it. If you like it, if you like this color story, if you like this theme, this packaging, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic palette. You cannot go wrong with this one. But before you decide to go for it, let's see what else I have in front of it. At number 6, I have a little palette that I absolutely love, and it is a luxury mini from Miss Danessa Myrix. This one right here. This is the Danessa Myrix Freedom Pastel Dream palette. It has 3 mattes, as you can see, and 3 stunning shimmer shades. The mattes are creamy, are beautiful, are blendable, they're pigmented, and this is the first time Danessa gives us mattes, at least that I have in my collection. I don't have any Danessa mattes from prior launches. These are my first Danessa Myrix mattes, and they did not disappoint. They're beautiful, but then they're also beautifully combined with these shimmering sparkles that she gave us in this mini palette. It's stunning. You can create some beautiful spring and summer appropriate looks with it. I have 0 complaints when it comes to this one. If you like it, go for it. You won't regret it. Plus, it is an extremely travel friendly palette. And that leaves us with my top 5 newest palette launches. So let's go ahead and get into those. At number 5, I have this palette right here from Singe Beauty. This is the Agate Temptation palette. And check out this stunning color story right here. It is just such a beautiful palette. Now with this one, forget the natural, okay? This is for those of you who like to get into color. Now, even though I'm more of a natural person, I do like to dabble into color, and when I do, green happens to be one of my favorite shades to go for, as well as purple, which this one doesn't have, but I also really like yellow. So yellow and green and burgundy, which this brown up here kind of leans a little burgundy, are some of my favorite colors to go for. And so for all of those reasons, I really love this palette. Definitely check out the video in which I use it, because I created a stunning look with it. And even though this palette has some fantastic mattes, let me swatch some for you. These mattes are intense, they're beautiful, and they're very blendable, which is absolutely fantastic. But the thing that truly impressed me most about this palette and its formulas was the shimmers, because the shimmers, you guys, the shimmers are intense. They're so stunning. They go so well with the mattes that are included in this palette. Just a fantastic formula, which makes me very excited to see what else Singe Beauty is coming out with in the future. I forgot to swatch the most exciting matte to me, which is this color here. The intensity of this brown shade, the slight hint of burgundy to it, makes me so happy. I'm excited to see what else Singe Beauty comes out with in the future. And this right here was palette number 5. Palette number 4 is from the Odin's Eye Alva collection, and it is the Odin's Eye Alva Spring palette. I really loved the color story of this one, because, you know, I am very predictable. It has purple shades. This one might have the same amount of purple shades as the purple palette I previously mentioned with these four down here. The color Daydream, this matte, is my absolute most favorite. The shade Blessed is a stunning brown, and this shade Awakening right here, as well as honestly all of them, Flavor, Joyous. I'm even going to swatch a fifth. All of these mattes are what make the palette worth it for me. They're so beautiful. They can combine so well together. I love that we have purple and we have brown and we have this stunning transition color in pink and peach. Even though it looks like a pink palette, it's actually a pretty versatile palette in my opinion, which is why I love it. Besides the mattes that I just showed you and are incredible, it also has some really stunning shimmering sparkling shades, like the shade Blooming or the shade Bride, the shade Fairy Garden, and I love me a light yellow golden shimmer, and the shade Newborn is exactly that. So take a look right here at these incredibly stunning shimmering shades that come in this Alva Spring palette right here. These shimmers and the mattes I just showed you, plus the fact that it has stunning formulas and it is a pretty versatile palette in my opinion. All of that combined makes this one very exciting to me, and it makes it be my fourth most favorite palette I have tried recently. So definitely check it out if you haven't. We've made it to the top three, and in the third spot I have my last Odin's Eye Alva Collection palette, which is the Autumn palette right here. I just can't even describe to you how much I absolutely love this color story. It is so stunning. I like this one and the greens in this one even more than the greens in the Gate Temptation palette from Singe Beauty, because these are a bit more toned down, a bit more my style, if you will. I'm not a strong colorful person, I'm a soft colorful person, and so having this softer olive shades right here makes me very happy because I can create looks that I'm even more confident in with colors like this one. I'm gonna swatch some of the mattes for you. I also really love this yellow shade. Take a look right there at the stunning matte colors from this palette. Also these softer mauvier shades right here make me excited to create looks that combine those with the olives and whatnots. I feel like those make this palette a bit more versatile. Take a look right here at how stunning those are. I love me a very grayish purpley transition-y type shade. And then of course the shimmers, the duochromes, the sparkles, always here for those. I'm gonna show you some of my favorites. Take a look right there at the pigmentation and the shine. This color story makes me very excited. The eyeshadow looks I've been able to create with this palette are autumn perfection, if you will, and so all of that makes this one my third most favorite palette I've tried recently and my favorite one from this Odin's Eye collection. Moving on to palette number 2. The second spot goes to this Glaminatrix palette right here, the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Timeless Tones palette. This palette is so beautiful. Just take a look for yourself. I just really love this color story. I love the variety you get in this palette with the blues and the greens and the natural neutral shades, but the shimmers in this one are so good. I love how versatile this one is. Each one of these shades is a multi-chrome sparkling shimmer, and I absolutely love that, and I feel like it goes really well with the mattes in the center. So the mattes in the center are good, they're nice, they blend like a dream. They're fantastic. I love me a forest green shade. I love the browns and the beiges and all of your just basic natural colors that I know I'm going to get a ton of views out of. But the shimmers, I'm going to show you the shimmers now. Hold on. I literally have nothing else to say. Take a look for yourself right here. The frosty, sparkly, shimmering shadows that this palette has are incredible. This color is so beautiful and so unique. Oh my god, this pewtery silver, are you kidding? This sparkling black shade with the bits of silver in it, and then these are just stunning multi-chrome frosty shades that are perfection for the inner third and inner corner of your eye. So the combination of the very basic beautiful mattes that give you the bit of versatility with the blues and the greens in this palette, and then these stunning shimmering sparkles to go with those shades makes this one be perfection in my eyes, and it makes me very excited about it. It makes me very excited to use it, and it makes it my second most favorite palette I've tried recently. It's a truly stunning palette, and I feel like the camera is not doing it justice because every single one of these colors looks pretty much the same on camera, but in person we have like a green and a blue and a pink. Each one of these frosty shades has a ton of different colors in there, but you can't really see it if I just show you like that, so that makes me a little sad. So this right here is palette number 2. And at number 1, my most favorite palette I've tried recently is an Adept Cosmetics palette. This one right here is the Adept Cosmetics Emo palette. I forgot the name of it for a second. You guys, take a look at this fantastic color story. I feel like it combines everything I like in a palette. First of all, it's versatile because you have minty shades, you have olive shades, you have grayish shades, you have purple shades, you have pink shades, you have gold shades, you have brown shades. So a bunch of different colors, but they're kind of all toned down enough that they work well with one another. Take a look right here. I'm not even gonna swatch them by finish. I'm gonna swatch them by color. Take a look right here at the absolutely incredible greenish tones this palette has. As you can see, the formulation is 10 out of 10. The mattes are incredible, they're pigmented, they blend fantastically, and then Adept simply has just the best shimmering multi-colored sparkles ever, so they have that going for them. Take a look right here on my other hand. I have to wash my hands so bad after I finish filming this, but take a look right here at like the more purpley cool tone shades the palette has as well. This multicolored sparkle on my index finger is absolutely stunning. The light purpley cool tone shade on my middle finger is to die for. I just really like to go for shades like these, and you can even combine these color stories and look incredible. I believe in my review video of this one I created 3 different looks, so if you have not checked out that video yet, I highly recommend that you go and watch it because you'll see every single shade swatched, you'll see the live swatches, and you'll see me create at least 3 different looks with this palette, all of which I loved. It's a stunning palette with a fantastic, versatile, beautiful color story. Here's 4 more of these shades swatched right here. Such an incredible palette. I highly recommend you check out the video in which I reviewed it. I highly recommend you purchase it if you're into a color story like this one. I feel like it's a pretty unique palette. It takes a really good palette with incredible quality and a beautiful color story to make me think of it as a unique palette these days, and this one makes me think that this palette is unique. I love the finishes, I love the color story, I love the quality. 1000 out of 10. Highly recommended. And so this right here is my number 1 most favorite palette I have tried recently. Adept Cosmetics has been killing it this year with their eyeshadow palettes, because in my first installment of this video like 3 months ago or so, I remember I did a ranking similar to this one, and the first palette of that ranking was also an Adept Cosmetics palette, so they're killing it, killing the game. I love you all so much. If you guys liked today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely check out the videos in which I talked about these palettes if you haven't. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.